Hi peeps, how's it going? Today you're joining me on the test ride of the Suzuki VSTROM 1050, and it's a 2021. It's brand new. You can see it's got just a couple of miles on the clock. Now, because of that, it's not been run in, so I can't give it the beans today. I've got to just have a little jaunt on it, and we'll see how it goes. Initial impressions, so far so good, but say I've been on it about 5 minutes, so join me on the test ride and I will see how it goes. Okay, stay tuned guys, and if you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button. You'll find me comparing this to the Triumph Tiger and the GS1250 BMW that I've test ridden recently, because I've only got those as comparison, and yeah, I think it fits in quite well with those two. It's another big beast. It's an adventure bike. It's nice and tall. I would say, if anything, it's probably taller than the other two. Again, I don't know if I just had the other two on low settings, but this one I am probably on the balls of my feet, which compared to the other two I was more flat-footed on, so that shocked me a bit today. I thought this was going to be similar, if not lower, but I do like it. The riding position is very similar. You sat upright, and yeah, what's impressing me at the minute is I like the power. It does have lots and lots of power, this engine. I've noticed on this the controls seem to be a lot more sensitive than what they were on the Triumph and the BMW that I've been on recently. Seems to be very, very sensitive with the throttle. Very sensitive indeed. Literally moving it about a millimetre and it wants to pull away with me. So that's something we'll have to just be a bit careful of today. Make sure I don't get too giddy. Say, it's a brand new bike. It's only got, what have we got on? Oh, I've got 10 miles on the clock now, but it's not been running yet, so I've got to take it nice and slow ish. What a lovely day to do this. The weather is glorious. We are showing 23 degrees. Now that's what I do like. In fact, I've just spotted that. So this doesn't have the TFT screen, as you can see here. It is very old school calculator, but it's got everything you need on there. You know, everything's nice and visible. There are a couple of riding modes on here as well. So there are 3 riding modes. So unlike the BMW and the Triumph, where they were all weird and wonderful names with Dynamic Pro and Rain mode, Suzuki have dumbed it down for us idiots, and we've got A, B and C. Simple as that. A being all the power, C being the least. So for argument's sake, I'm gonna say C mode is rain mode. Same kind of thing. It's got a couple of different traction control modes as well. So again, it's been simplified with numbers. 1, 2, 3 and off. So What I have found with this, the power delivery is really smooth. Now I am taking it nice and slow. Like I say, it's not being run in this bike, so it's just going to be a nice little a little jaunt. I'm not going to be flooring it or anything like that. I'm not seeing how fast it can go, I'm just seeing how comfortable it is. And dual carriageway, 60 mile an hour. Oh, look at this, a brake test as well. Oh, see, the front brake's really, really good. You could get two of these for the price of a average spec BMW GS 1250. Now if you think about that for a second, you could buy one for you, one for your mate, and you've got someone to play out with, and you're still saving money. So far I just can't really find anything wrong with it. You say the only minus so far is the height's a bit tall, but that's not this fault, that's my fault. I've got short legs. It's a big bike. And it is nice and smooth. It does appear to have lots and lots of padding in the seat, which is good. And I will say these wing mirrors are massive, really, really big. Can see quite a lot. Are they pretty? Yeah, any wing mirror is pretty. I don't think they're particularly stylish. Now the weather is glorious today, which means there are bikes everywhere, which is good. The riding style, the position. Welcome to the big boy club. Now one thing I should have pointed out is when we were going down the dual carriageway and we were doing 60 mile an hour, this screen was doing a belting job. Really, really smooth. No kind of blowing about in the wind. It just felt nice and relaxing, and that was doing 60 mile an hour. So I'm sure, you know, take this onto a motorway, it's going to be absolutely no problem at all. Exactly the same. See, no blowing round, kind of helmet, everything just kind of feels nice and planted. You know, this bike's going nowhere but a straight line unless I turn it, which is good, because on the Vulcan, if I was doing this speed, I would be blowing from side to side. I'm just not having the issue with this at all. It is very nice and planted. We've all worked hard to get these bike licenses. We don't want to lose them, so let's keep our speed sensible, boys and girls. Right, let's give it stand it up. Oh, okay. Now this is a bit different to the GS and the Tiger. Now don't get me wrong, I'm doing it a lot quicker. Standing up at 40 mile an hour is nice and comfortable, and it's doable. The pegs seem a little bit higher on this than they do on the GS and the Triumph, so you do seem to be stood up a lot higher. It's very, very competent on the road. I'm sure it'd be competent on gravel tracks and that kind of stuff. Again, just know your limits, guys. I know mine. And off-road, I'm very limited, to say the least. So whilst I might have a little go just to see what it's like, it's going to be a very gentle one. Just got to be careful. I've just got to be careful, because if I break it, I have to pay for it. And yeah, because this is the road going version, it doesn't come with the engine bars or any protection that way. So again, you drop this, you're going to damage quite a bit. So if you want to go off-road, I'm sure you would need the XT version, or you'd have to kit one of these out. The turning circle on this is pretty damn good. Oh, right, okay, so time to have a little look-see round. Okay guys, so I promise you a walk round, so that is what I'm going to do. Excuse the helmet head. The joys, I need to go back to being a skinhead. In fact, let's do a poll. Skinhead or no skinhead? That is the question. Anyway, let's have a look at this beaut. So, what we have got here is the Suzuki VSTROM 1050. Now you can see from looking round, it is not the XT model. I've not got the spoke wheels. It's just the road going version. Paintwork is nice. There is like a bit of a sparkle to it. Same goes with the black paint job. I like it. Now obviously this is the black and grey. It does come in white as well, this model. So I believe that would be white and that is still black. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I like this one. I prefer it to the white. I think it is very nice. I do like that little sparkle in the black paint as well. It just sets it off quite nicely. So coming back to the exhaust, it's not a pretty thing, but that's standard with a lot of these new exhausts now because of our European rules on emissions. I think for the money this wins hands down. Said the value on this is just off the chart. So what we're going to do, closer look on the screen. Said it's not a TFT screen, it's a bit more basic than that, but let's have a look. So you can see there it's got everything that you need. You've got your gear selector, the rev meter there, we've got speed, fuel gauge, even gives you the MPG on the fly as well, which is really good, and we've got the range for the fuel, we've even got clock and temperature. Outstanding. And of course the only thing a bike needs as an extra for me is heated grips. Yes, that's right. This has got Suzuki's One Touch Start as well, so I'm just going to touch this once and then the engine will start. Right, so let's give it a bit of a rest. It sounds really good. Doesn't look particularly good, but it sounds really good. So, I'm going to go and do some more riding as normal. I hope you've enjoyed my initial impressions. Stay tuned, I'll let you know what it's like after I've lived with it for a bit. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Makes sense? Come on guys.